this segment, we got to kind of talk about what happens to the sport of boxing after Crawford versus Canelo. All right, before we talk about the sport of boxing, we got to kind of talk about two different fighters. We got to talk about Canelo Alvarez, and we got to talk about Errol Spence Jr. But everybody needs to kind of understand is even though Bud, kind of did his thing and had two career fights versus them, those two fighters will still beat up 99% of the population. Those two fighters will still clean out most divisions in boxing. Don't get it twisted. They might have looked old on those nights. They might have looked a certain way, but you got to understand that's because Crawford was just that sharp. When somebody is that sharp, not really expect, to go against somebody of that speed or quickness or timing, or just, Bud's angles with his punches like I spoke about in those keys to victory. If you're not prepared for that, you're going to kind of be overwhelmed in that ring, and no matter how much training you put in, it might look like it, all right? So what I'm trying to really get across is that it's only one Bud, and Errol and Canelo will still beat up most of the people in boxing. They'll still clean out most divisions in boxing, and they'll still beat up 99% of the population. Peace.